Hey, it's Patricia Ann Landon Regali, Chief Little Flower, coming at you from the privacy and safety of my beloved benefactor's estate and sanctuary. So, this is my new set of videos called Coinciding Incidents, because as a targeted individual, the opposition comes up with a lot of psychological weaponized tools of abuse and torture that the Setzersung, that the Nazi heritage had trained their little flying flunky monkeys to enact, to sell out their soul for, to become minions of Satan himself. A lot of these people call themselves Christian, go to church by day, and then go target their individuals with their psycho stage theater. So whenever a targeted individual is asked, so what's the deal about being targeted? There's there are countless numbers of stage theater, countless numbers of gaslighting events that it's kind of difficult just to call them up on a roster. So the purpose of coinciding events is that a lot of times whenever the trained flying flunky monkeys that often parade themselves as backstabbing Christians when they're really Team Judas, what it is that they'll contrive these incidents that they were trained to do by their handlers, which are actual pedophiles and murderers. They ain't got no problem consorting with pedophiles and murderers, you know? So whatever. But I am terming this coinciding incidents because it's exactly what it is. These are double entendres that infiltrate the atmosphere just to needle the targeted individual, just to needle them to act out of sorts. So a lot of times it is just happenstance, and a lot of times it is purposeful psycho stage theater. That this is your melee for pay. That they got their little hands grubbed to come out and act out these ways toward their targeted individual and pretend they ain't doing fucking shit because they've already compromised their soul and their mind and now have been hand trained to be groomed as the Auschwitz executioners, doing their torture, their psychological havoc, their psychological needling of the individual. And it's throwing the rocks and hiding their hands. It's backstabbing and pretending they didn't throw a goddamn knife. So whenever these events come up, yeah, they just might be happenstance of a coinciding event that happened in the background of the atmosphere. And honestly, I really don't care if it's a actual contrived psycho theater or if it really is a coinciding event that just happened organically. Whenever it comes up, this is what my videos are, and this is what this portion of these files are about. So I'm just going to start relating them as I remember them. So welcome to my coinciding events file. And so enjoy the throwing of the rocks and the hiding of the hands. Yes, is it really psycho theater, or is it really an organic coinciding event? Either way, I don't care. I'm here to report the information as I recall it or as it plays out. Because at the end of the day, only God knows. Thank you for watching. Enjoy this. Hey, so this particular case file on coinciding incident at the time of this recording is February 8th, 2024, Thursday. So I just got through doing my chores. I got through paying my end of the bills to account for my presence here. Soon I'll be taking in doggies because I let them out. I just noticed this as I was going into the laundry room to put the mop back in. Come in with me. So I'm all like, do. I go to hang up the mop and I look down. I'm like, oh, look. 2 paper clips. Is it organic? Is it a coinciding incident that was psycho stage theater? Of course, there would be no correlation with Project Paperclip. Oh, but at any rate, the universe is so fucking hilarious, you know? With these lovely coinciding incidents. You know, make no mind that a targeted individual wouldn't start jumping at shadows, because they do. That's what the program is about, is to start making your target jump at shadows. But nonetheless, like I said, I trust my cousin Lori. She shelled out $400 for me, giving me a place to stay until I'm able to make it to my next phase. And has been very lovely, kind, and very polite the entire time. So, of course, these are just coinciding incidences. But, yeah, they're teachable moments, you know? So I take the time to talk about it because it's pertinent. It's very pertinent. Now, this is my advice to the public if you are being targeted. First off, yeah, sure, take note of the data, but here's the deal. It's none of your business, really. And, you know, it's like, okay, clock somebody, you know, have your index of suspicion, sure. But, like, in this, like, but then I always look at it like this. It's not my business. I mean, it's not my business if somebody is part of the Team Judas, you know, that they're, you know, walking around in charred bodies of eternal damnation. Because, you know, whitewashed, the Pharisees and whitewashed tombs look pretty snazzy on the outside, you know. But we don't know what's in the heart of man. Like, that could be very well organic display in the context of the environment, sure. But it's not my business. My business would be just to forgive and love, you know? And so I don't draw any conclusions from it. I just take note of it, you know, and take these moments to share with others, because it's not your business. And so you just go on with your life, you know, but pray and I wash my hands, you know, in the event that I could be wrong. Well, I turn that over to God. Well, let God take care of it, you know, because it would take a special diabolic monster to allow a person treading water and then jump on their last nerve in a place where they think that they were safe. That would be a horrible monster. And then to think that somebody would train a child to act like that, that's insidious. They've been nothing but loving and kind to my face. They've been nothing but loving and supportive. You know, at Christmas, they treated me like family, you know? So, of course, my cousin is very trustworthy. But the incidences that come up are worthy of notating, because that's what a targeted individual has to do, is to VYE through the and then the fur baby that substantiates my presence here. See, I'm a pet sitter. Thank you. I'll let y'all in just a minute. Oh, yeah. Is it live or is it Memorex? Is it organic or is it psycho theater? It doesn't matter. Number one, know who is on the throne. And that's in due time. If it was anything untoward, Abba going to take care of it. And then if it was, I mean, God forbid that you open your mouth and stick your foot in it, you know? I trust my cousin and I love her. But these funny little coinciding incidences, they are just the universe wreaking havoc, you know, organically. So at any rate, I just thought that was a wonderful, teachable moment. She carries home supplies in her bag, you know. I mean, that's the first time I've ever noted it, but it could be the first time it's ever happened, but whatever. Anyways, if you're out there fighting the good fight, my suggestion to you is, it's none of your goddamn business. But your business is to keep hope and keep up your joy, you know? Use this time to get to know the Most High. And I consider myself Job in all of this. He's my brethren. Because whenever the Most High delivers me and elevates me, the world will see just like the world saw with Job. Mark my words. At the time of this recording, February 8th, 2024, Thursday. Peace out for now. Okay, so to follow up the coinciding incident of Project Paperclip, I had last left off at the washateria room, that those two paperclips that were, it was just out of place. Of all of my time here at my sweet cousin's home, I had never seen that before. So, you know, I was like, okay, I did a video on it, you know, which you've seen just a moment ago. And then so that same day or next day, can't remember right now. Anyways, I'm actually in the throes of my my chore of cleaning up the floor and stuff. And so this right here is for the puppy dogs whenever it's about to rain outside. And then so I had just that day I had just done the floor. And then so my cousin's foster child came home and then went upstairs to her room, probably took a nap, I'm not sure. And then so whenever I noted my cousin came home, I always come down and say hello. Because I love and I adore my cousin. You know, again, she shelled out $400 for me and rescued me from the frying pan. And then so whenever I had made my way downstairs, I had come up and saw on the floor a paperclip. I asked my cousin about that, and she's like, what? That's basically, she said that wasn't hers. and something to the effect of, huh? And then so I said, well, I had done the floor and you're the only person that was here since, you know, Kenzie had gone upstairs. I was like, who else would it be? And then she goes, oh yeah, I had a pocket full of them, pulls out, you know, more than one paper clip from, and it was like, yeah, I was using these. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I had turned my back to go back upstairs. And I said something to the effect of, well, that would really suck to be just out, you know, just a paper clip. You wouldn't be able to finish your projects without it. And that was it. So, you fun universe, you know, just happenstance, you know, again, coinciding incident. But it was kind of funny because I have a common denominator at Michael's place where I was a boarder there. I had rented a room from him back over just north of Seattle in Bothell. When he got edgy with me, he had left out like a box of paper clips on the banister, right? Where it's eye level where you walk in. And again, you know, it's just a happenstance, but he took that out, and I'm like, whatever. Again, coinciding incident. But I do know that for a fact that that man, Yeah, he's an avid targeter of the individual with gang stalking, Nazi fucking parade. But over here, I'm treated with a great deal of respect and great deal of dignity, you know? The rest is just coinciding incidences. But I do want to say this about the coinciding incidences. You know, here's the deal, and this is to my target brethren and anybody, you know, who's just looking up to level up in life, you know, do shadow work. Because as a targeted individual, we all know that we tend to start chasing shadows, right? Because it's like these sardonic, these sadistic people who embody this devil energy for their God of money is their God and God is their money kind of people, especially the ones that call themselves Christian. That is idolatry. This is how I work this out. I always look at it like this. If I'm in a public place, I will check others, you know, clock them. You know, whenever I clock somebody, in my mind, the term clock means, okay, decoded, 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 decoded. Now, whether or not I'm correct, that's not my business. Because number one, my job is to always be true to me and who I am. I am a very respectful person. I'm a very, my strength is my etiquette. So even if you're like playing in my face, playing in my face, playing in my face, are you playing in my face? Are you not playing in my face? Are you feeling okay? I'm all like this. That's between you and your maker. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to change who I am. But moreover than that, I know who's on the throne. It's the Most High. So I just wash my hands of it, literally, metaphorically, allegorically, and give it to God. And what does it mean to give it to God? It means, dear God, I love you. I know you are for me. And one who is tuned in, tapped in, plugged into source, as per Abraham Hicks, as spoken by Esther Hicks, is more powerful than a million who are not. So that means you have the big kahunas in the 5D relegating everything for you. And just because you don't see it immediately doesn't mean it's not happening. I know I've been on the run here. I say run. I've been a fugitive in my own country for like ever since the pandemic. While the pandemic has come and gone for most everybody, it's still the blur, and it was just like yesterday for me. That was the last time I was in the same house with my children. You know, but that's a story for another time. And then so whenever you give it to God, he'll take care of all of the nonsense, the nuisance. And then I always pray to my ancestors that are for me. You know, because my job is to wash my hands and forgive and love. And let me be clear about this. Just because you forgive does not mean you absolve consequences for that. Because without the consequences, the forgiveness is coddling. And as I see it. So I always forgive and love and full endorsement of the consequences of karma. You know, because how are you going to check a fool ass if they don't have consequences for their bullshit? So I'm just all like, that's where it comes in for me to be like, okay, I have a possibility here and a possibility there. It's not my business whether or not they're acting the fool ass, or if it was just, you know, universe, you know, because that happens to be a thing, you know, because a coinciding incident is exactly that. It's just a coinciding incident. So, I forgive, and then I let go, and I let God, and I carry on with my life, you know. But then there's a sense of decorum that you can do to mitigate how you handle and dodge and weave these extemporaneous, questionable, coinciding incidences. Me, I know I choose to love. And in the event there was anything untoward about it, I pray for my enemies to be prospered with finding alignment of divinity, to hit reset and get right with themselves. That's the prosperity I pray. Because if your enemy can find prosperity with finding alignment in divinity, the scales from their eyes shed and the snake skin sloughs off, and they're able to pour their vessel into new wineskin and start afresh and anew. And basically, they'll see the error of their ways. And that's what you want, but make no mistake. Forgiveness does not relegate, it does not absolve anybody from their consequences. That's why I'm like, for you ops out there that are sorry, leave your targets alone. Don't even talk to them about it. You can if you want to, but what you need to do is walk your talk. And you did all this shit in private. You need to go public with your apology if you want any bargaining power within your karma between you and the Most High. Leave your targets alone. Go public with it. And make videos, upload them to YouTube, tag them in that way, and then make signed affidavits of your confessions and apologies. Notarize them, and then send them to the appropriate authorities, registered mail. So you have proof that you have a paper trail that you tried to address it. So, but again, I lovingly term this Project Paperclip because the coinciding incident would be tied to Project Paperclip. Because remember, these psycho stage theater is aimed to needle your target and then place triggers in the environment that is just happenstance. If it was really contrived orchestration, which makes it demonic, sardonic, just psycho. But in the event, it is just, the universe just kind of sort of happenstance playing it out, well then, yay. Then you're able to have these wonderful little exercises of self-tests and how you would handle yourself so you can rise above it every single time. The next time the universe just kind of has the happenstance of a coinciding incident. That's why I term these files coinciding incidents, because they're coincidences, Some of them may not be, and some of them just might be psychotic stage theater, but that's none of your business to figure out. What you do is you go inside about that and find your own homeostasis and how to get in touch with yourself and be true to you, no matter what kind of fool ass may be trying to play in your face, bitch. So, but that's what I do. But, I love these teachable moments because, that's what they are, teachable moments. But I have some other ones that I'm working on in the background. These are just the ones that just happen to come up in my face, So, of course, I carpe diem that bullshit. I say carpe diem, seize the moment, seize the day. And the bullshit is just, this exercise that the universe has for us to wrestle out our own demons and how to rise above the status quo. Because at the end of the day, what the ops wants is to needle you, to get you out of source, but never mind, they already have a goddamn camera ready to record your fool ass, because the courts has got to sort that out. And at the time of this recording, still nobody has come to bridge the ambiguity in my case. There's a lot of I just want to say lazy as fuck in Department of Injustice, because while this has been going on and I have my own inheritance, I don't mind being Cinderella, because God, talk for another day, but promotion only comes from the Most High. So I'm very happy to be Cinderella and have a home to be Cinderella in, even when I am fucking loaded. But at any rate, the truth will work itself out. But I will forever be grateful to my first cousin Lori here in North Carolina for rescuing me from the fucking frying pan. But aside the coinciding incidences, it's just the universe playing out because I trust her, you know? And so, but these are teachable moments worth seizing, because this is what targeted individuals have to dodge and weave the livelong life, you know, because of these fool asses. But when you let go and let God, God can serve justice in ways our 3D could never do. But you have to relinquish that, because God is a gentleman. He'll let you try to, you know, sort it out, hash it out, whatever. But why would you want to when you can have the assistance of the 5D and call forth your ancestors to help you, you know? Let go. And then call forth the angels, the warrior angels, you know? Let go. Forgive them in love. But also full endorsement of the karma and the consequences of actions, you know? So at any rate, I just think this is just such a wonderful teachable moment. And since I'm, you know, doing my chore here, I thought I would stop and share. But it's Patricia Ann Land and her galley, Chief Little Flower, coming at you from the estate of my beautiful cousin Lori here in North Carolina. Thank you for watching. And to follow up the coinciding incident files with Project Paperclip. This happened between a 7-day time span. Yesterday, this had popped up. The same place, actually. Same fucking place. And then so I was going to do a video clip about it, and then it was gone. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. But ironically, that was before I knew that Lori's foster child, Kenzie, had stayed home from school. And she ended up getting sick. And I did my best to help care for her because I'm altruistic. And so today, this morning, she was making a lot of ruckus vocally downstairs. I'm just all like, well, I'll just stay out of the way. And I decided to emerge a bit later than usual. And then so I'm like hanging out here. And I'm just about to, she said that her foster mom wanted her to do the floor downstairs. You know, the regular chores, you know, vacuum and mop. And I told her, no, it's okay. I got it. I'm like, because she was like throwing up yesterday. So I said, you get some rest. I'll go ahead and take care of it. So I just, you know, wrapped it up here and did some work on my phone. And so now I'm just like, oh, look, it's back. It's back. I'm like, of course it's back. In the same goddamn spot. But, you know, over the weekend, cousin Lori was over here doing a bunch of, she left this picture out today. I just decided just to cover it up. Because, you know, the coinciding incidents usually don't appear unless there's some kind of double entendre that would follow it up. So I'm like, whatever. But, so I'm like, yeah, you know, because as evidenced by all of these wonderful, you know, bills and such, it could have arisen from there. This is just me documenting objective data. I'm making no correlations. I'm just saying these are coinciding incidences, that's all. And then so today appears the goddamn same color paperclip in the same spot where I saw it yesterday. I saw it, and then it was absent, and then, look, it's back. So, there we go, coinciding incident files. Is it organic happenstance, or is it gaslighting? Either way, this is what I suggest to you all. If you are being targeted, and justifiably, inside homesteads, where you're supposed to feel safe, inside homeless shelters where you gain safety because, you know, life throws its curveballs. This is my thing. It's not my business to say whether or not somebody is getting their fucking little palms greased by, you know, contriving, gaslighting, psychotic stage theater and such.
Not my business. My business is, it's kind of like Vietnam. In Vietnam, they're like, shoot them all and let God sort them out, right? Me, I'm all like, forgive them all and let God sort them out. So whether or not, say, if it was done by backstabbing Team Judas, not my business. And if it is an authentic, organic, coinciding incident, well, that's what I choose to believe in. But while I pray forgiveness on everybody, prophylactically, of course, as a wonderful measure of caution, precautions, if you will, I forgive them all, wash my hands of them in love, and turn them all over to the Most High, in full support of karma, of course. Because remember, when you forgive, it's not to say you absolve somebody of karma. That would be coddling. And unless somebody incurs, ascertains, obtains the heavy-handed judgment, nobody's going to learn. So it's like, it's not my business what's in the hearts of man to, judge one way or the other. My job is to keep loving everybody right where they're at. And, wash my hands, turn them all over to the Most High. Full endorsement of karma, of course. But as segment, I always soup up that return to sender of the intentions, souped up with 100,000-fold. In love, of course. And in the event there's any witchery at play, I soup it up with 10,000 extra scoops of graveyard graving, as long as it's all within the perfect will of the Most High and within the parameters of karma. Wash my hands and be done with it. Now, say, for instance, that this uncanny reappearance of the goddamn paperclip in the same motherfucking place, say if that was gaslighting, well, it's like this. None of my business. I will document the objective data the livelong day. But I will still forgive and love and hold the candle for Team Judas to get right in their head and heart, snap back into reality, and come home and serve delight, God damn it already, instead of playing fucking demonic games. Because when you play demonic games, you get demonic prizes. So, but like I said, I hold no judgment one way or the other. This is just an objective finding. And I just document it and move on with my life. And still love from a genuine place of love. From a genuine place of, it's not my business. My business is to hold on to joy and hold the candle for the stupid motherfuckers. Okay, instead of stupid, I should say lost children, miscreants, okay? But nonetheless, like I said, I don't hate anybody over here. My cousin shelled out $400, offered me a place to be safe in exchange for some chores and to be a nice pet setter. I'm a glorified pet setter. Hey, I'm altruistic. These animals get the best of my love and get the best of my intention. So when they need to go outside, I take them outside. And I, vacuum the dog hair off the floor, I mean, it's not much. Lori even does her own dishes nowadays. But this is her home. I will respect her. But, there's no way somebody would offer $400 to somebody and save them from the trenches of being heavily tormented and abused by the public at large just to bring in somebody to do bullshit like this. So, of course, I trust her, So, but this does make for wonderful content of coinciding incident project paperclip.